we headed to?
We're in Chicago, Illinois. We want to arrest public safety threats. We got all the government approach. We got U.S. Marshals, we got FBI, we got ATF, we got DEA, we got ICE, we got HSI. We got them all here. So the president's plan of all of the government to attack illegal alien crime in this city. We're going to address it today, starting now. What's your name?
Seda.
Seda what? You have a person that name?
Sam.
Seda Sam?
Yes.
Where are you from?
Where I was born or where I'm from?
Where are you born?
Thailand.
You been deported before from the United States?
No.
Never been deported?
But I've been in the system before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you been charged with
Charged for it?
before?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna talk about lawyer.
Yeah. Are you a citizen?
My mom says it.
Your mother's a citizen?
Yes.
But you're not?
Nope.
But you've never been deported before?
You Dr. Phil. You look like Dr. Phil.
Yeah? How do you know me?
No, I seen Dr. Phil, on TV.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is an example of sanctuary cities, right? We got an illegal alien convicted of sex crimes involving children, and he's walking the streets of Chicago. Again, the downfall, the problem with the sanctuary city, that people like us walking the street rather than local law enforcement working with federal agents. This is what we're dealing with.
Wow.
Yeah. You've been charged with sex crimes with children?
Not really.
Not really?
They put the camera square in his
And
face.
never been deported?
Nope.
Huh. Let's take him in and process and lock him up.
Tom ain't playing with these motherfuckers.
So in non-sanctuary
wow.
cities, if someone like that gets arrested, they're automatically turned to ICE?
It's a great question.
It depends
Yes.
on the county, yeah.
I believe
guess.
so. So here in Texas.
Because Mississippi's not a
We don't know.
sanctuary city.
We don't know about Texas.
And they saying you get 1,000 a piece. Each
Well-
immigrant you turn in.
Our friend who cuts our hair told me he saw like hundreds of illegal immigrants in jail.
I ain't
Oh, in
gonna lie.
jail?
I
When he
saw a
was in
video
jail.
today of a illegal immigrant worker, a construction worker in Houston, talking about "come and get it, bitch." Talking about Trump, you a bit. Come and get us, bitch. You want me to show you the video?
That's insane.
We can pull it up.
I didn't know if you get 100 of them,
That's 10 bands.
That's $100,000.
that's $100,000.
What?
10 of them is 10 bands. If it's
Yes.
$1,000 per.
No, I thought you said 10.
No, he said
You
100.
didn't know.
Oh.
It's okay, brother.
All right. Well, I didn't hear you say
Man,
100,000.
hey man, we need to call Governor Abbott, bro. Real talk, bro. Because if you get I can go get 100.
But they're not giving no money right
Okay,
now.
maybe not tonight.
They don't
In
got-
about a week, I for sure can go get 100,
It's,
bro.
it's
Think
no
you
money.
Can wrestle up 100.
Yes, for sure.
So
Not
you-
wrestle them up.
so you gonna
but I
be-
can make that phone call.
You gonna be snitching.
Hell yeah, 400,000.
I
I'm
do.
on that, man. I'm on that,
100,000?
man. I'll put my ice, boy. I'm gonna go get me a vest and all type of shit. I'm gonna be out there like
And they gonna-
security.
I'm not gonna
They're
put on no
not
vest. I'm
gonna-
gonna put on all
they gonna
black
get
like a
you.
ninja.
I'm gonna be in the cut.
They gonna say get him.
I'm gonna put on all black like a ninja. I'm gonna be in the shadows.
Cause bro,
creeping
only
around.
100. Man, I can get 100 and be. Hey man, so we can retire off this. He just look like he guilty. or something. He just look like he
took a
He look like a bald Kanye.
he does.
Be in Chicago.
Wonder where they go, who picks them up. This is who picks them up. This is who lures them out on the internet, and they disappear or they get raped and their lives change forever. And he shouldn't even be here, but he's doing this. But they don't raise their hand and say, hey, there's somebody that doesn't even have the right to be here that's preying upon our children, and they don't tell you about it. Exactly. And this Governor Pritzker, and the mayor, they want to vilify the men and women of ICE. ICE saved children today.
Wow.
ICE saved children today.
Evil.
And it makes me angry. Governor Pritzker the other day went on the internet, social media, saying ICE was attacking our elementary school. He's scaring children. He's scaring the neighborhood, putting fear in the community. We're doing the exact opposite. We're saving children. Every sexual predator we arrest means more safe children. So God bless the men and women of ICE. As you've seen today, we're not sweeping neighborhoods. This is a target enforcement operation. We spend a lot of time investigating these people. We know exactly who we're looking for. So it's a target enforcement operation. It's the right thing to do. Well, let's talk about how methodical this was, because you guys had this man, this monster on the list, and they've been sitting on this guy for 2 or 3 days to try to get
where he was and his pattern, and you were actually able to ping his cell phone and get him on the move so he could be picked up on the street rather than if he got to his dwelling, wherever that is, and got behind a closed door, then he could have sat there and you didn't have the right to go in and get him if he sits behind that door, right?
Not without a criminal arrest warrant, but that's exactly the point. He could have been arrested at a county jail, in the safety and security county jail by one officer.
Right.
But we spent hundreds of hours to investigate him, try to find out where he is, and we did find him. It takes a whole team for officer safety reasons to arrest him. Right. It's not efficient. We could arrest many more criminals if you let us in the jail. It's a lot harder to find these guys out in the public. These guys don't want to be found. They're in the wind. It takes a lot of investigative work to find them. Let us in the jail. Don't let them hit the street. It saves officers time. It's safer for the community. It's safer for the alien. It's safer for the officer. But spending hundreds of hours of investigation to find this guy when we could have got him in 5 minutes at the Cook County Jail.
Wow.
Okay, tell me
insane.
But like, why wouldn't they just give up the criminals? They just trying to harbor them in
don't
jail.
know. I
Like,
really don't see.
Are they keeping money off their heads?
We know what bill they signed. So there it is. Trump needs to sign an executive order. I don't think he can do that in all states, but he probably could.
Can he? Can he?
I hope
To
he
where
could.
y'all gotta let him out. Y'all gotta let him do it.
Every single violent criminal that's an illegal immigrant in
get
any
arrested.
state,
If you get arrested,
go get that ass in prison. I don't understand. It's Brandon Johnson, mayors, these liberal ass mayors, that's not letting them do that. They said, no, you can't go inside the jail and go get an illegal.
But they probably making a bag off of their head just being in there.
someone has
Somebody's
to be
making
somewhere,
bread.
because why else would they not?
Yeah, why would not let
For
them go?
what
'Cause they're
reason?
woke.
No, I don't think it's
I don't
woke.
think
it's
they
deeper
would care.
than that.
They
I
don't
think
care
it's gotta
that
be
much.
deeper than that.
It's
It's
bread.
gotta be.
Yeah, it's bread.
It's gotta
right?
be some type of benefit.
That's a
for
great
them
question.
doing this.
Because
That's a great
like
question.
they gotta have an incentive for the jail, so
It
you
doesn't
know.
make sense.
I think, look.
I
'cause they
remember
said-
we did see. Okay. Oh, sorry, but you remember we did see how who was it? This I think it was Elon or someone. I forgot who. But the amount of people in the state, whether they are a citizen or not, affects the population with the census. So that affects the amount of house seats for that state.
Yeah.
Is that why these
That
places
also-
want more house seats?
I don't
that's
know.
that's one potential benefit I could see for them.
Or
But
they're
other
just
than that,
woke.
I don't know, because
Or
I thought
they're
it
just
costed taxpayer money to house people in jail.
Well, you know they make money to have people in jail too.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
taxpayers' money they're paying.
That's
People
why I
who
think-
own and run the jail, yeah, but the taxpayers are funding it. The
I
public
think
ones.
that you can only make money off people that are citizens.
no, they.
I don't
How would you
understand.
make money off an illegal immigrant in prison?
Because you can make them work for lower wages. You could do
Well,
all
there's
type
that.
of stuff. You could,
I mean,
it's
I
all-
understand the
They
work.
get paid for.
But prisons
exploit
are
them.
overcrowded, so they got enough workers in prison.
But they get paid for housing people in jail.
I don't know what it is, but somebody, if there is an incentive for someone,
Because why wouldn't you want nobody?
I don't know. We can't answer that.
They said 87% of American people think that
Violent criminals should be deported.
So there it is, right there.
Boom.
There it is.
That's
that
it.
needs to be an executive order. But these people continue to be woke.
So they
That's
want
just
to
what it
keep
is.
nah, bro. It's deeper than that. Why would you want to keep a criminal in your state knowing you
I don't think
somebody's
they just want to
willing?
be woke. Yeah, there's some type
just
of.
wanna be woke, bro.
There's got to be
It's
some
not
type
woke,
of. Think
bro.
about it though. These
Cause-
people don't. The people who are running the government do not care about people, bro. They want some. There's something for them.
Yeah,
in doing
benefit.
it. It's got to be the House seats to me.
I don't know. Sonny Hosen said maybe the Democrats have to pass a bill that we don't want to pass. So I think it is that they all just woke. Me personally.
But that
Because
is.
the people obviously want these people to be gone. So what's the reason not?
But like,
we
but
just
like,
don't-
think logically.
we're gonna
Like,
protect them.
when I think logically, like somebody's paying to get these people gone for you, and you don't want to get rid of them. Like, think about that.
That doesn't make sense.
And then you complain about people sending them to your state. So
But
it's
it's
just
just-
like,
it
a
should
lot of
be-
crime. Like it doesn't make sense.
no reason. These people have to work harder, put in more hours.
we know
And y'all
we're
can
in
just-
agreement on that.
There's just no reason for that. So that's
it's just why.
Why?
Who knows?
The why.
Yeah.
ICE says that they are focusing on individuals who are public safety threats or national security threats, individuals with criminal backgrounds. We don't know anything about this man that was arrested yesterday here in the Chicago area, but we have asked ICE. Now let's step back to talk about what this has created in the Chicago area within the migrant and immigrant community. I can tell you that there is extreme panic. From talking to organization leaders and contacts and sources here, they tell me that there is a sense of panic. And one of the examples that they used is an anecdote of a family from Venezuela, a migrant family who arrived here about 2 years ago. They have 2 young girls, elementary school aged, and they say that they have not left their homes since Trump took office, since he was inaugurated last week. So this is 2 elementary age girls who have not gone to school. Their parents have not gone to work. They are cooped up in their apartment. This organization learned about them, and so they have been dropping off groceries. And this organization tells me that the number of individuals who now need groceries because they're cooped up in their homes has grown. And so those are the types of stories that we're starting to hear about in the Chicago area as this focus on Chicago clamps down. So, John, we're going to continue monitoring the situation. I'm talking to a lot of contacts and sources to try to learn more about the arrests that happened here in Chicago yesterday, and also asking ICE about more information regarding these arrests.
This is the media just making, just stirring the pot.
Literally.
We have reacted to Tom Homan, the leader in charge, time after time after time. And he says, every time, everyone here knows what I'm about to say. All the viewers know what I'm about to say. They're going after criminals. He just said, we're not going into houses.
He also said, though, if you undocumented, you on the table.
So you on the table. But they're not gonna, they don't have to hide in their house. As long as no one in the house is a criminal, they ain't gonna run in your house.
Shit, you get caught.
Yeah, don't get caught on the street.
Getting gone.
Yeah, you get caught on the street.
This argument should be over after knowing Obama deported more. The argument's over. So
Boom.
that means it's literally the media.
But it's just crazy because why nobody ever look at it if I go to somebody else's country, I'm over with.
Sitting down for a one-on-one interview today talking about what the city is doing. And he made it clear that Chicago will not be intimidated by any threats of action from the Trump administration, even ones that could land him or the city in court. Mayor Brandon Johnson ready for wherever the battle may go over the rights of undocumented immigrants who are just minding their own business and going about their lives. What do you make of the fact that there have been no raids so far?
Well, first of all, let me just reaffirm our position as clearly as I possibly can, that we will always remain a welcoming and sanctuary space.
The mayor said he has no intelligence on when any raids by ICE agents could happen or how many people might be targeted, although sources have told ABC7 Homeland Security is going after dozens of people here in Chicago. The Trump DOJ seems to now have taken off the gloves by saying that they will pursue deportation targets in schools and churches. What is your response?
And I find that to be quite frank with you, I find that to be unconscionable and reprehensible.
A Department of Justice memo this week said those who impede immigration enforcement could be subject to prosecution. Do you believe that you could be targeted because of Chicago's welcoming city ordinance?
Well, look, my main focus is protecting the residents and the people of the city of Chicago. You know, the threats that are coming from this current administration are threats that we're not intimidated by.
U.S. attorneys' offices across the country have also been directed to review sanctuary laws and be prepared to challenge them in court if warranted. How is the city preparing to defend the welcoming city ordinance?
Yeah, so I've directed my corporate counsel to look at all of the executive orders that are coming from the current administration, and we will have a comprehensive response to each of those executive orders.
The mayor telling me the main objective at this moment is to ensure the safety of the people of Chicago, and Johnson says the city will stand up against what he called intimidation and fear-stoking coming from the Trump administration.
It's like, bro, like, I understand, like, one thing, on one hand, you do want to protect the residents of Chicago, cool. But are you really protecting them if you're costing them money? Like, you're charging them more money, making their lives harder in order to protect people who broke the law. And your city's already full of plenty of lawbreakers. I mean, you got enough problems, brother. Like, you got to pick a hill to die on. You got to pick a hill to die on.
Was it him or was it Eric that was like, what do we do with him? Where do we put him?
That's what Eric said at first.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's your answer.
He also said something too. He blamed it on Texas. You remember it's Texas' fault
Keep
for sending them over here.
Well, we got a place for you to send them.
Brandon Johnson.
You're a sanctuary city, boy.
Your state is the top 3 most state that people are leaving. That's the answer right there, man.
Just top 3.
Top 3.
Well,
all top 10. All liberal states.
Damn.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't want to stay in Chicago either.
Not
bro.
one Republican state.
They always trying to talk down on Republican states. They stupid. They poor. People want to live here, though. They want to live here.
Yeah, somebody tried to make that a point. They said, why does Republican states have the least amount of money?
Florida.
That's what some people were saying.
Well,
the cities, they were like, more liberal
average,
cities have more money.
It's because they're
You
more
have
progressive.
to have more money to live there. It's expensive as hell. you need less money to live in a red state. So people don't go to college and they work in blue collar.
They thought they ate with that point.
That's literally just a fact. If you've been in any red state, a lot of people there are blue collar workers.
I seen that on Twitter. They had like 1 million likes.
Yeah,
All
I've
the
seen
Democrats
that.
was hyped.
I've seen that, and they use that elitist mindset. Oh, we're more educated and more money. Well, why
they
does
actually
no one wanna live
probably
there?
more in debt because you think about how much more money they spend more compared
that's a
to.
good point.
Because like we really just seen with Trump and with Kamala spending, who's spending more bread.
Promises made, promises kept, with President Trump taking immediate action on his top campaign focus, fighting illegal immigration. From coast to coast, ICE agents going city to city, sometimes door to door, tracking down the nearly 1.5 million undocumented set for deportation. And as ICE closes in on migrants, once vibrant Chicago neighborhoods are now turning into ghost towns. And tonight we are taking you to a neighborhood that has gone silent.
Like I said from day one, no one's off the table.
The Trump administration setting out to execute what it has promised.
We arrested 1,300 people. Over 1,000 of them were criminals.
Immigration and customs enforcement operations reportedly underway in jurisdictions all across the nation. Federal agents have been spotted in many sanctuary cities carrying out these operations.
I hope the sanctuary cities come around.
The usually bustling and vibrant streets of this Hispanic neighborhood in Chicago sit relatively empty because of the concerns over ICE.
Welcome to Mesquite Restaurant, sir.
This little taqueria, like most in the Pilsen neighborhood, is owned and operated by immigrants. The Cruz family, who in 1994 made the long journey from Mexico City to Chicago to grow their little taco stand into a thriving restaurant.
We got tacos, we got breakfast, chilaquiles.
This American dream is one thousands of migrants are striving for when they cross the southern border. But the drastic shutdown of illegal immigration is a campaign promise the majority of American voters are expecting Donald Trump to make good on.
Honest to you, when he come back again, I was like, man, I feel scared.
President Trump, border czar Tom Homan, and the highest-ranking members of Immigration and Customs Enforcement say they're only targeting violent criminals during these initial deportations. News Nation has seen what these operations look like. I rode along and conducted early morning raids with ICE agents when they arrested men from Iraq and Belize, convicted criminals who spent prison time for robbery and gun charges.
Iraq.
I'm not a criminal. I'm a good guy. I pay my taxes. I do everything right. You know what's going to happen to me? They're going to grab me too. You know? They're not going to check right now.
We've seen examples of resistance throughout Hispanic neighborhoods, including these signs instructing immigrant men and women to push back and block federal agents from entering their homes. But the reality is, new polling shows 65% of Americans strongly support deporting immigrants convicted of violent crimes. That includes Horatio Aguilera, an Iraq war veteran and Mexican-American police officer. He voted for Trump and wants mass deportations of criminals to carry on as quickly as possible.
A lot of Hispanic Americans, there was also a rise that voted for Trump. I think 9 out of 10 people that are living here in America, Chicago, Illinois, are going to agree that if you're an illegal resident and you are arrested for committing a crime, prosecuted for committing a crime, and you are an illegal resident, you are subject to deportation.
The so-called mass deportations have not been carried out in Chicago like people once believed. But that hasn't stopped local and state leaders from sounding the alarm and strengthening local codes which reinforce the city's sanctuary status.
We should stand up for them. That is the right thing to do. But he's trying to tear things down.
Governor, what's your response to people who might say that Democrats are the one sowing chaos, confusion, and fear-mongering when talking about mass deportations that haven't even happened in Chicago?
What are you talking about? They are literally threatening people all across the country. How can you say that we're overreacting somehow? We're not.
The Trump administration
He got
is
mad.
vowing to investigate and prosecute local and state officials who stand in the way of what the federal government is doing. It's
about to get
Natasha.
hectic.
Yeah, Alex, with that tonight. Thank you.
Make an example
Thanks
out
for
of that.
watching. Go to
You know what's gonna happen? One of these state officials is gonna get charged with something, and liberals are gonna go crazy. One of these state officials is gonna get prosecuted and charged, and they're gonna slap him with the book.
Should be Brandon.
And they're gonna be upset.
I don't want Brandon to be the first one. I want Gavin, goddamn.
Well,
Newsom.
Eric's
We
been
forgot about
charged.
his ass. But it needs to be Brandon. I just don't like this Mohawk freak. I hate this guy.
I don't like
Said this
him,
Mohawk freak.
but I don't like Gavin's
Got a
words.
Mohawk at a 4. It's almost 50.
So who you hate worse out of Gavin and Brandon?
Brandon.
Hate is a
Brandon's the
strong
number
word.
one on my list.
I don't know. Gavin is pretty up there for me.
Damn.
Oh, I dislike Brandon. He's an idiot, bro.
Damn.
Well, guys, I mean, hey.
Brandon
Job's
extorted his
getting
own
done.
people.
What he said was gonna happen is
It's a
happening.
campaign promise, guys. I don't understand why everybody's so.
It's literally like a vote. If over 51% of
Y'all,
people agree
Project
with something,
2025, y'all.
then that's who.
Stop, bro.
Then that's what it is. It's beyond 50%. It's beyond 51%. It's 60, maybe 70% of people agree with this. So there it is.
They said
man.
on The View, the most liberal show of all time, that it was 87%.
Well,
Boom.
there.
Then they
it
said 50.
is.
Then they even said 55% of Americans are in favor of it. That's the majority. Every time they bring up the data and statistics,
Executive order.
people are in favor of this. I don't understand why you guys are upset. If the minority is upset about something, you're in the wrong.
When Sonny said, "Well, maybe we have to pass something that the people want," the
That we
narrative.
don't want.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
we
she
don't
called
want. Who are y'all? Like y'all not in favor of the American people. Then
They in favor of their agenda.
What are
they're
emotions?
just idiots.